Time for a story, guys. Today we're reading one of my most favorite stories, The Three Little Pigs. Have you heard this story before? It's pretty funny, and it's about three pigs and a big, bad wolf. Let's see what happens. The Three Little Pigs by James Marshall. He's the guy who wrote the words, the author, and he drew the pictures. He's the author and the illustrator. All right. I got this book at the library. I can tell because it has this card in the inside that tells me everybody else who's picked out this book at the library. All right, here's the title page, The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, an old sow sent her three little pigs into the world. A sow is a mom pig, a girl pig. And her little boys are all grown up, and it's time for them to go out into the world and make their own living and to live by themselves. She said, "Now be sure you're right and remember that I love you." Did your mom say that to you? Remember that I love you? My mom does. The first little pig met a man with a load of straw. "I know," said the little pig. "I'll buy your straw and build a house." "That's not a good idea," said the man. "Mind your own business, thank you," said the little pig. And he bought the straw and set about building a house. It took him no time at all. Why do you think the man thought that building that house out of straw was a bad idea? Think about that. Why might that be a bad idea? Well, either way, the pig didn't listen. He built his house out of straw. Oh, it looks pretty nice. It's all yellow. My favorite color has sunflowers around it. It looks very nice. Let's see what happens. Very soon, a hungry wolf happened by. Piggy was his favorite food. He likes to eat pig. So he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." And the little pig replied, No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." This annoyed the wolf to no end, so he said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." "Go right ahead," said the little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. And he gobbled up the little pig. Oh, poor piggy. He got eaten. The second little pig met a man with a load of sticks. "I've got it," said the little pig. "I'll buy those sticks and build myself a house." "I'd think twice about that," said the man. Oh, this man thought that wasn't a good idea to buy the sticks. "Oh, pooh," said the little pig. "What do you know?" So he bought the sticks and went to work building a house. "Very pretty," he said. Okay, so the first man thought it was a bad idea to build a house of straw, and this man thinks it's not a good idea to build a house of sticks. I wonder why he doesn't think that's a good idea. The little pig had settled into his pretty house, and the wolf came by. He was still hungry, and he said, little pig, let me come in." And the little pig replied, No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Ooh, look at his house. Looks so nice. He's got balloons and flags. What do you think the wolf's going to do? The wolf didn't care for that at all, so he said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." "Ha, ha, ha," said the little pig. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in, and he gobbled up the second little pig. Look at all the sticks flying. Now the third little pig met a man with a load of bricks. "These bricks will make a fine, sturdy house," said the man. "Capital idea, my good fellow," said the little pig. So he bought the bricks and set about building a house. It took him quite a bit of time, but it was well worth it. "Nice and solid," said the little pig. "Nice and solid." He's working hard on his brick house. Ooh, that's a pretty house. No sooner had the little pig moved in than he noticed the wolf loitering about. That means he was kind of wandering around his house. And the wolf, who was still hungry, said, little pig, let me come in." And the little pig replied, "No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Okay, what do you think the wolf's going to do? What did he do to the other pigs? Do you remember? Well, the wolf had heard that before, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Oh, don't do that," said the little pig. But the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew at the house. And nothing happened, so he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house until he was blue in the face, but the house did not fall. It stood firm. "I'll try something else," said the wolf. And he put on his most dazzling smile. Okay, this is where he's going to try to trick the little pig. Let's see what happens. "Little pig, I was only teasing. By the way, I hear that Farmer Jones has a scrumptious turnip. Should we go pick a few? A turnip is a vegetable." "Oh, I'm much too busy now," said the little pig. "What about tomorrow morning?" "Excellent," said the wolf. "I'll come for you at 6 o'clock. The next morning, the little pig got up at 5 o'clock and hurried to Farmer Jones's turnip field. He picked a basket full of turnips and dashed back home. He went out earlier than the wolf to trick the wolf. This pig is very smart. When the wolf arrived at 6 o'clock, the turnips were already boiling in a pot. "Sorry, I couldn't wait," said the little pig. The wolf tried not to show his disappointment. "No harm done," said the wolf. "By the way, there's a lovely apple tree down in Merry Meadow. Shall we go help ourselves to a few apples?" "I must cook my turnips now," said the little pig. "Let's meet there tomorrow morning." "Splendid," said the wolf. "Shall we say 5 o'clock?" Okay, so they're making another meeting place. The pig tricked him once. What do you think now? The next morning, the little pig was up at 4 o'clock. So that's earlier than 5 o'clock. And he went off for the apples. It took longer than he expected. And while he was busy gathering the apples, he saw the wolf coming. "Try one of these apples," he called down. And he threw the apple as far down as he could. Then the wolf chased after the apple. And while he was chasing it, the little pig ran home. The next day, the wolf came again. Really, he was quite upset now. "There's a fair today on Hog Hill," he said. "Would you care to go?" "Why don't we meet there?" said the little pig. "Would 3 o'clock suit you?" "Yes," said the wolf. 3 it is." And just to make sure, he was going to go early this time. Early in the afternoon at 1 o'clock, the little pig went to the fair and had a fine time. He had such a good time that he lost track of time. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he saw the wolf. Without a minute to spare, the little pig jumped inside an empty butter churn. This thing right here is called a butter churn. And he rolled down the hill toward the wolf. Look at him. The piggy's inside there. He's rolling down. The wolf was so scared, he ran all the way home. That evening, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him how frightened he had been about the round thing that had come down the hill. "Frightened you, did I?" said the little pig. "That great round thing was a butter churn, and I was inside." This was simply too much for the wolf. He was really angry now. "I've been nice long enough," said the wolf. "I'm going to eat you up right now." And he climbed onto the roof. When the little pig saw this, he put a big iron pot under the fireplace and quickly made a fire under it. "Here I come," cried the wolf. "Dinner time." So the wolf's going to try to go down the pig's chimney, kind of like Santa Claus, and eat him. But the pig's ready. "You can say that again," said the little pig. He caught the pig in the pot and he caught the wolf in the pot and he cooked up that mean old wolf and ate him for dinner. The end. I love that story. So the first little pig got eaten because his house was made out of straw. The second little pig got eaten because his house wasn't strong. It was just made out of sticks. The third little pig was so smart. He built a strong house that the wolf couldn't blow down. And then he tricked the wolf so many times. And finally, when the wolf got too mad, the wolf tried to go down his chimney. The pig caught him in a pot and cooked him up for dinner. I hope you like that story. Miss Mary's going to read a different one to us a different day, and we'll see if they're the same or a little bit different. Bye, guys.